Get up. Come on. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Friday, March 10th, 2023. Brought a load of dry cows up here. Dad's just backing up. We're up here at the heifer farm. Keep the dry cows down there in the last pen down. So there's 4 of them on there. Come on. We brought those dry cows up and we had 3 to go down. So we loaded them up. I didn't film any of that because they wanted to run out in the field and everywhere else. It was kind of hard to, you know, film and load them at the same time. But the 3 of us got her done. So now Dad and Pap took those cows down. I'm up here, I'm gonna start mixing feed. Pap had already got high moisture corn in the mixer and a bale of rye. So that bale of rye is ground up. Need to put corn silage in yet. So LS 180 New Holland's up here. We use that to scoop out of the trench there. It's feeding pretty good, however there's some mold on top, so we just gotta get rid of that and feed the good stuff because those rodents got into the plastics there and just tore it open, and then the oxygen got into it and it just spoiled on top. It's 2 years old, so it's not corn silage from this past year. So once we get that fed up, we got 2 bags out here from the acres here at the heifer farm this year. So we'll feed that after we finish out of the trench. Then we'll probably fill the trench this year with corn silage. Cow's pregnancy lasts 9 months. So they're only gonna milk about 7 of those 9 months. And then 2 of those months, around 60 days, you wanna dry them off and then give them a break. The reason we do that is, you know, just give them a break from milking, because around calving, that's the most stressful time of their life. We like to dry them off, that way they get a chance to catch back up and then they'll produce more milk the next lactation, because if you don't dry a cow off, they're gonna get mastitis and they're just not gonna do as well. They're just not gonna milk as long in the next lactation. We're better off to dry them off and have them not milking those 2 months, give them a break, and then they come back in after having a calf, back in the parlor, and they're usually milking good. So each lactation, the cow usually gets better till the cow starts getting older, and then their milk production drops. Anyhow, I'm gonna get started with the feeding before I get fired. Door for this skid loader's not on here because this latch, it won't stay latched. I ordered a new latch and it hasn't came yet, so hopefully we can get that thing fixed. Got the skid loader out here. We're gonna get this mixer fired up. This mixer we got's the same one we feed the dairy cows with. Holds 500 cubic inches. It's Pat's 500, 1200 series. So pretty much max it out when we're up here mixing for the heifers. Around 8,000 pounds of feed. It's about all it holds. Snowing today, and I got a day off of school out of it, so I'm not really gonna complain. I'll tell you, up here next to the mountain, whenever it snows, it sure makes for a beautiful sight. Anyhow, I got the mixer loaded up. We got backer over there, and then when Pap and Dad comes back, we can take into the pens out front and the steer pen, and then run the rest of the feed out back. It's really nice out back. You can just drive down and run the feed off, but out here we have to run it in the bucket, so it just makes for more time, takes more time to do it. We got this big bucket here on the New Holland we put together this summer. Well, my Pap put it together, actually painted it. We all did a little bit of something to it, but it works really nice for loading silage. You can get a Get about 800 pounds of silage with it. Got the heifers taken care of. It's now later on in the morning. Getting to that time of year where I need to start going through and servicing. Already got the 2090 done here a couple weeks ago, the tractor on the mixer. So next on the list here is the 2290. Dad had fixed those gaskets here on the intake manifold. You got that all fixed up. So I'm gonna move the tractor to the middle of the shed. It'll be a little bit easier to drop it all out and change the filters. The oil warm up on that thing a little bit before I drop it out, because it hasn't been ran for a while, and the oil, whenever it gets warmer, it gets thinner and it's easier for it to drop out. One thing nice about these older tractors, the 90 series, 94 series, you do not have to lift the hood up or do anything. You have access to your filters without taking any panels off. The Maxim, however, you have to lift the hood up, take the side panels off to get to both the fuel filters and the engine oil filter. These tractors, the 2294 and the 2290, they both got 2 oil filters on it, because I'm not sure the reason for that, but now I can go ahead and take your filters off. It's really nice on this tractor because the way this, well, both of these tractors actually, the way this here set up for the filters is, it's right here, the frame. So on the 2090, the filter sits upside down and then it screws on, and it's back here a ways. I think it might be above the frame, so it's a little bit nicer on that tractor, but there's not very much here that you can get a good grip on these tractors. You almost gotta have half of your wrench off of it, and then sometimes you gotta be careful don't slip and bust your hand up, which it's happened before. I'm not sure if the 2290s actually came from the factory of 2 filters here for the engine oil, because this is actually a 2294 motor. The original engine in this locked up about 10 years ago, so it's actually out of a 2294, and it was painted orange to match the tractor. You can see here it's got some black paint there on the dipstick. It's on the tractors that the filters sit upright. I always put oil in the filters first before I put them on, so the engine's not dry starting. And I just put oil on my gasket there if you didn't see. Put a gallon of 1540 in, and then I'll put a half a gallon of the Lucas oil stabilizer in here, and we'll fill her the rest of the way at 1540. Last time I had changed the oil, I had used this Lucas oil stabilizer. I was on the 2090. I'd gotten some comments, never really thought about it. To set it in somewhere where it's warm and then it'll flow easier, which is kind of common sense. Yeah, never really thought about it, but it totally slipped my mind today. I was planning on changing all this tractor, but I never set this stuff in anywhere warm, so I'm just dealing with it again. It just takes a little bit longer, but it's not a big deal. I had to change the transmission filters. So one thing nice about these tractors is there's a front compartment and a back compartment. Well, yeah, I believe there is. There's two drain plugs. The back drain plug drains all the oil out of the tractor, and then this front one here just drains the oil out of the compartment where the transmission filters are. So all you do is drain that oil out of there. There's sometimes cuttings, dirt, whatever gets in there, the filters. You drain all that out, get rid of it, and put new filters in, and then the oil should be nice and clean. You just lose a little bit of oil, but it keeps the dirt out of your transmission and all your hydraulics and stuff. In there like that, and then I usually take a pair of channel locks and snug it up a little bit. I'll finish out this video by thanking you guys for helping me reach my goal to 10,000 subscribers here on this channel. Just want to say it wouldn't be possible without you guys. I definitely came a long ways in the past couple years with the channel. I very much appreciate it. When I first started the channel, I thought 100 subscribers was a lot. And I moved on and got to 1,000 subscribers and thought that was a lot. And here I am sitting at 10,000. It's pretty crazy. So I guess maybe the next milestone will be 100,000. Might take a little while to get there, but I'm sure I'll make it there someday. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, I highly encourage you to do so. Helps me out a lot, and it helps me keep growing the channel and progressing. And then as that happens, I can make better videos. Hopefully this summer I've uploaded a lot more content and make a lot more videos. Lately I've been just videoing odds and ends stuff here, getting equipment ready for this spring and whatnot, because there's not too much going on around this time of the year. So I basically throw different clips from a whole week into a video, and if that's alright with you guys, I guess it's gonna have to be, because it's not very easy to make good content around this time of the year. Like I said, not much is going on. This spring should be pretty busy and fun, so hopefully I can get a lot more content up there for you guys. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. We'll see ya. Have a good one.